Trying to figure out this live thing with Jocelyn. So let me see if I can invite her. Haven't really practiced this, so oh, there she is.
We did it. Okay, we're on.
We're on. We did it.
We did it. Oh, this is funny. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Melissa's here.
Melissa's
Amanda
here.
Sue's here. Hi, guys. Yay! Is that it?
Oh,
Terry?
Amanda Sue. Hi.
Can you see everybody?
I can see. Okay. This is my first time on live on Instagram, so this is a whole new experience.
Rachel's here. Hi, guys.
Rachel,
hi,
Rachel.
So glad you're here. Eek, so excited. We are too, Rachel. Yeah, we're pretty excited about this whole thing. What specifically are you excited about?
Yes. Are they? Oh, yeah, we're really excited. Or are you asking me or asking them?
Rachel, I'm asking them. Well, Rachel said she's really excited, so I'm just.
She did?
Yeah.
I can't see any of that.
I wonder if, I think she was just going to say that you know me, Jocelyn.
I can't see any comments.
Yeah, go see that like little round thing with the questions at the bottom. Do you have that button?
Yeah.
I think if you push that, you can see it.
No, it just says to ask you something.
Oh.
Ask you something because you started the live. So you're going to be the moderator for all the questions.
Oh, goody.
Yes, I do know Rachel. This
Cool.
is exciting.
This is exciting. She's excited to learn and for encouragement. Oh, I hope that's what we can do with this whole podcast thing.
Yes. It'll be fun to encourage all of you.
Yeah. With just our little stories.
With their lives. I don't know. Yeah. With their stories and our lives and our walks and our, I don't know, our ups and our downs, the things that we've learned.
Yeah. Yep. We both had so much. So it's such a different story.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This is exciting.
Okay. So what do we want to talk about?
Well, we're launching August 1st. Let's
That's a week from today.
That's a week from today, guys. I kind of had it on me all morning to talk about how this came out of the blue, out of nowhere. It came from us just Christine, what was it, in May? Christine was like, let's go to the beach and have lunch and like, let's talk. And I was like, okay, it's going to be great. And then she kind of stared at me. I gave her this rundown of things that were going on in my life. I was just closing like an entire chapter of ministry. Like I had sent the email out the day before. And there she was going, well, I think we should start a podcast. And I was like, huh? Like, and then I was like, okay.
Is now a good time? I don't know.
And I was like, I'm going to have to pray about that because literally our whole lives just changed. And it's been a roller coaster ever since. Fun.
It's been fun. Yeah.
Exciting and new and different.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Jocelyn, it's been, okay, so what has been the...
You want to ask what's been the funnest part, the best part so far?
No, I think we should end with the best part.
Yeah, that's good. Good idea.
Yeah. See, this is how we do it when we're recording, you guys. Let's figure out what should we do. So let's start with the scariest part.
Well, I had to think about this one for a second. The scariest part for me has been, hands down, opening myself up to receive more criticism. Because that's something that I had to work through in my walk, like living in the world and then now living with Christ. There's a lot of persecution and we're to rejoice in persecution. But the scariest part has been to walking out the fear of receiving more criticism and just doing it like without fear. And there's been so much freedom in just saying, I don't really care. I am who I am. This is my walk. This is my testimony. Like, I believe what I say. I've lived out what I say. Like, and that's it. So that was that was the scariest part. That was the scariest part when you said, let's do a podcast. I was like,
The criticism for sure. Yeah, that's always a scary part. And then for me, I think whenever I like share, one of my biggest fears is just saying the wrong thing as far as, right? Because we're going to be held accountable for every idle word that comes out of our mouth. And
I stand with you on that fear.
And then when you say it like on a platform where, it's in front of a lot of people, it's just even scarier. And you're held at even higher accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the scariest for me. And then criticism is right up there.
Yeah, I think it's both.
Yeah.
It's both. But I think we're both so teachable and desire to be so teachable that like, if we say something wrong, I'll humbly admit that I was wrong as fast as I know it.
Right.
And take correction. So.
Yeah. And then we also just have to discern all of the things.
Yeah, we have to walk. Yeah, like how I called Christ the Father and you had to correct me on a podcast and say, it's God, Jocelyn. I was like, that's right. I don't ask. You'll get it when you listen to it.
Yeah. It's been fun recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Christine. How has doing this podcast stretched you?
Okay. Honestly, the biggest thing is doing it in the summer. Like, why did we choose to do this in all? Like, the juggling the schedule has been the biggest challenge, and like to know, to not stress too much.
Yeah.
To be like, you know what, it is what it is, and I only have this much capacity, and the Lord's gonna have to do bring the stuff. And he's called me to other things first before this podcast, and so I need to make sure my priorities are in order and let it be what it is.
Well, hear that. Really having to count on like it's God's time.
Yeah, because summer is crazy. There's like the lack of routine or the change up of all of the different activities all the time with all the kids, and it's just
Yes. For all of you that don't know, Christine and I are both moms of 4. So we got 8 between us, and it's party.
And then trying to launch something new
in the midst
of it. And that's the biggest stretch. To make sure that like my priorities are in order and I'm taking care of my mind, my body, my emotions, and my husband and my family, and all of that. Yeah. Priorities. What about you? Biggest stretching moment?
The first stretching moment for me was believing in what God says about me and believing in myself. To like go to that next place to make a podcast, because once you record it, it's like there, and you're just like, it's that. I really had to just come into a place of believing in myself. So walking that out, and probably the second one, not bringing my old way of thinking into this new thing, and just saying like, this is a new experience, and I don't know, God, like, let's go. And he really had to tell me, like, you've never seen this before. You've never done this before. So show yourself some grace.
Yeah.
And it all. And same with you. I'm the summertime and the stresses that come with that. And this house has gone through quite a bit this summer in just this short period of time. And I think I'm a pretty go with the flow person. Like, this about me. I'm a really go with the flow person. I just
and it has been so good for my heart.
So it worked out well. But I used to be super structured, like before I got into whatever. I was a pretty organized, structured person. And so the Lord's like using Christine to pull this and this podcast to make me get more structured and get more routine so that I can take care of myself, so that I can take care of those in my house, and really holding my boundaries up, you know, like really having to say, like, this is what I need. So, and to make sure things get accomplished. Otherwise, I would just be like, it's okay. La, da, 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 da. And that's not the way it's. So
we're both kind of in that spot of like needing to establish those.
Yeah, the podcast is bringing good change into our life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. I love it. What was another question that we asked that we were talking about?
Do you guys have any questions?
Oh yeah. Ask us some questions. Please ask us questions. We love questions. We're so used to talking to each other.
I tried to fix my eyebrows. And I think I made them too dark. I feel like they're like
What do you mean? I think you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I think you look beautiful.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so we won't have the ring light on. No questions.
Well,
questions.
Enough about my eyebrows. We'll talk about the most surprising part.
Do you have an answer for this?
We're getting some fun questions in.
Oh, good.
I do have, you know what, the most surprising part for me.
What?
Has been having the most amazing lunches. She started cooking. She started, like, the first few times she came over when we were, like, you know, starting to work things out, like brainstorming, do all of the, like, and I'm like, oh, let's just see what's in my fridge. And we, like, throw something together. And then we started, I think the first time we recorded, we started talking about your culinary journey. And I'm like, why haven't you cooked for me? And so the next time she came over, she brought things to cook for me.
She brought things.
And it was phenomenal. Like, I never would have put these ingredients together. I never would have thought of it. And I mean, it was the most delightful thing to hit my mouth in so long. And so anyway, she did that for 2 times now.
The last 2 times.
Yep. And I feel inspired. Like,
I'll keep doing it.
I have, like, started venturing out in my own cooking in the evenings and for parties and stuff. And so that's been fun. You've inspired me. I never would have thought.
Never. She made salsa, you guys. Like, that was a big deal.
I made salsa from scratch.
It's good, isn't it?
It's so good.
Was it a party pleaser?
It was so good. Avery said her love language, it is. And I will take all that kind of love.
I love to cook for people. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You do a good job at it, friend.
I think the most surprising thing for me, I got a little choked up thinking about this. The most surprising thing for me was how much I needed to learn what it was like to be so honored and respected and, like, loved, like, by somebody in like close ministry together. And, like, it's been so, like, healing for me and encouraging and edifying. And, like, I just, like, you just love so well and you just look with such adoration and, like, and just the grace. Like, I feel like I just really needed to learn how to receive that from somebody in doing, like, such close ministry with someone. And it's just been such a surprising healing journey for me. So I just thank you for that. I'll cook for you any day. You just,
yeah,
that's been fun. God knew.
Well, I don't know any different. I think that I haven't done anything special. But, I mean, you're fabulous.
You're fabulous.
Well, I know we're being all cheesy. See, the last question we were going to ask each other is the best part. And
Well, what's the best part?
it's hanging out with you.
Oh,
I know, I'm cheesy.
you're so cheesy.
It's been so fun.
It has been so fun. And laughing, like, oh my gosh, getting to laugh, like, so much, guys. And realizing how much I say a lot. I didn't know how much I say a lot. But, like, just getting to laugh with Christine all day long, it's just been so fun.
So fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
And learning from you, that's been one of my, like, one of the best parts is, like, learning about you and learning from you, like, more and more, just as you share. Like, I'm learning stuff as she's talking about, so I'm like, That's why I keep going.
Fancies.
It's been awesome. I've loved it.
It's been so fun because we've, like, hung out. Like, we haven't really hung out. Like, we haven't spent a ton of time together. Melissa's asking, how did we all meet? And we're going to go into more detail about that in our first episode. So you'll hear, like, all of that.
It was a couple years ago.
5. I think it was a whole 5 years ago.
5? Really?
No? You don't think it was
4?
5?
I'm losing track of time. It might have been. No, I think it was like 4.
Wasn't it? Oh, maybe.
It was like
2018? 2017?
No. Probably 2018.
Maybe 18.
I remember 2017 pretty heavy. That was my downfall. I would say
Okay.
2018.
18, 19, 20, 21, 20. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good time.
It's been a good time. So we've met, and then we haven't spent, like, massive amounts of time together. We've just gotten together here and there, been more like friendly acquaintances that connect on a deeper level, if that makes sense. So when we did get together, we were able to, like,
you're like, oh, like, you know how you know each other in the spirit? Like, Christine and I have always known each other in the spirit.
Just meeting her, like, there's this just draw and this adoration, and I just, like, felt at home, you know, when I saw her and I met her. So yeah, that's just kind of, so of course, naturally, I would say, hey, let's hang out and do a podcast together. Avery is asking, which episode are you the most excited about for audience response? Oh man! So we got 4 that are dropping right away.
I'm like thinking.
And then we have 4 that we, like, so we've recorded 8 episodes already.
8 episodes.
Oh, I was going to say that, you know, during, what was the most stretching moment? I've got to confess, I did say juggling, but.
Oh yeah, let's.
When we were doing our last 2 episodes, I mean, my brain, like, my body was just done. Like, I was just so spent. And I'm like, I can do this. So Jocelyn has a lot of editing to do on those, on that last one. My brain went blank many times.
The last one was motherhood.
So guys, just please, all the grace on motherhood episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jocelyn will do a great job editing, because, you know, there were great nuggets in there, but sometimes
there's a lot of good.
Getting those thoughts out was quite a process for me. And she, like, saw me in my most, like I just wanted to wear a hoodie and, like.
Well, one of my spiritual gifts is, like, to feel other people's stuff so I can intercede and pray for them. And so, I was like, what's going on? Like, I can't think. I can't process thought right now. So, like, in that episode, and I wasn't really, like, realizing that that's how she was feeling. So it was kind of this, like, juggly of, like, whoa, I can't even process my own thoughts right now. What's happening? And we're recording. Okay. So it was, and it's about motherhood, which we know, like, we're living, you know what I mean? So it was
We're
kind of
living
weird.
it, but I would hardly say I'm an expert.
We're learning it and living it. I think that's the best way to put
We're
it.
just trying to do the best we
We're
can.
in it.
Okay, so sorry, that was
A tangent. That's
a
okay.
little tangent. I backtracked there. So what episode are we most excited for audience response? I think we share, we have 2 episodes that I think I really liked doing the most, which was the singlehood and the motherhood, or the wifehood.
Yes. Yes. And that's the one, like, yes, we give a lot of like good truth, like just some good, solid perspective, experience, testimonies. We
Pretty
kind of go
blunt.
there.
We we totally go there. We have to do a disclaimer on one of them that this is mature content. So, but yeah, I think those are what I'm most excited about right now.
Yeah, I would say 100%. I agree with you. Those are probably my 2 favorite, and 2 things that we're both really passionate about being, women of God in those kinds of seasons, in those kinds of places.
And there's so much more that we could have talked about.
We both ended the singlehood and after we were done with the wifehood one, and we were like, oh man, we got to go like that. Oh, we got to go in like farther into certain topics because there's just like so much to talk on, and 30 minutes to talk on singlehood is not enough time, or wifehood.
Yeah.
So
we touched on some of the big stuff, like the hot button stuff, and we just touched on it. We didn't go like all the way into it. So yeah,
it's a hot button topic.
Yeah, both are. Paige is here. Hi, Paige.
Hi.
Okay. So, another question was, what do you do to prepare before doing a podcast? Pour coffee.
This is one of my favorite things about working with Christine is she makes this bomb iced coffee. Sometimes she makes a decaf, which
you know what time it is, right?
It's like so good. Yeah, so there's that. I have how long? I have a 40-minute drive out to her house to record at her house. So like I just do a lot of worship for me personally and really get in the spirit and not in myself. I just really try to be let the Spirit do what the Spirit wants. That's really the point, is to let the Spirit talk through us and lead the entire conversation.
Yeah, for me it's interesting because I've had a radio show and I had a podcast before, and it was just me. And I've done like a lot of lives, like I was doing.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. It stops for a second.
Okay. Yeah, my kid's calling me. It's fine. So I would be doing, and so I would prepare I would prepare a message, and I would come to bring a message. And so what is so awesome about having a conversation is that I'm just going to grab some scripture and see what the Lord wants to do as I converse with Jocelyn about the topic. So I'll have some ideas, as I pray about it, and I just seek the Lord on what can I contribute, and how do these certain scriptures pertaining to the topic, what kind of stories do those bring up in my past, and what has he taught me about it before. But I just kind of, just write little prompts down so that I can maybe not forget something that I feel like he might want me to talk about. Mm-hmm. And then we get to just get together and have a conversation.
Yes. Ditto. It's very much that way. Just light preparation of just letting God put down what it is that he wants you to talk about.
So yeah. And then make the coffee. And I do, I am kind of like big on environment and aesthetics. So I do like to like get the flowers and set the table up nice so that we're in a good space.
We're comfy cozy when we're recording, you guys. We are.
Yeah.
It feels
I got
nice.
a little chalkboard with our devoted and the daily set up. And
yeah.
So anyway.
It's a good time. Any other questions?
It's a good time. I see no more questions. Do you guys have any other thoughts? My kids keep trying to call me. They're fine. They're like they're right there. So
they're right there.
Probably like, Mom, can I have a piece of candy? Or can I like, anyway, they're fine.
Okay. It's all good.
All right. I think that's it.
That's it. You guys, we're so excited.
1 week. We would really love for, oh my gosh, there's more. Oh, it's, Paige says she's cheering us on. Oh,
Thank you.
Giggles, my girl. I don't know what your name is. She said she asked a question in the Q&A. Okay, so I'm going to try that. The kids are fine. Yeah, I just got a text from them. They said it's fine. What was your inspiration for starting the podcast? You take this one. Come on.
Okay, so honestly, when Christine and I came together, it was just like we have so much life and victory and freedom. And like once you know how to like get there and how to like seek the Lord and live devoted to be able to experience the freedom of Christ, like the true living freedom of Christ, and not to have this kind of, mundane kind of I just go to church and do. Like God wants you to have this extraordinary life in him and to go on adventures and experience his wonder everywhere. It was like we just came together and once you know that it's possible, you just want to share how you got there. You just want to share the secrets and the little golden nuggets that you learned along the way to anybody that's willing to hear it.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Like there's more to life than just getting by.
There is so much more. So much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we came together and like on the beach wrote a whole list and then looked at each other.
We're like, what are some topics we could talk about? And we're like,
what could we talk about? I don't know.
We got like, I want to say 70. It wasn't that many. It was more like 35. We stopped there. We're like, okay, I think we've got enough.
Reel it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, one more. We're going to take one more. How often will you record new episodes?
Well, we're going to launch a new episode every single Monday morning, right?
So you can start your week with us if you want. If you want.
If you want. Every Monday morning.
So we're going to try and keep them like 30 minutes. Drop them every Monday. So you'll get new ones. And we'll probably record in batches. So we'll do it 1 or 2 times a month because, life gets a little crazy. So we'll probably just spend a good 3 to 5 hours together to just knock things out at times. And then we'll just drop them as need be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we do have a plan so that we are going to take like a little break in the holidays. So we have all of our topics all the way through season 1 planned out. And then we'll be doing maybe like a month or 2.
Yeah, to get through the Christmas, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then through the new year, and then we'll restart.
So we're still going to have episodes dropping there for you.
Yeah.
They're just not going to be the typical, like a topical. We're going to do more like question and answer sort of things. Or if
this is where you guys come in. Like if you have questions or comments or like want to like ask us things, whatever it is, don't hesitate. Like ask us so that we can go in and kind of do a couple sessions of us just answering questions.
Yeah. Just
That'll be
exploring
fun.
certain topics, yeah,
Yeah.
that you're interested in. Yay! Okay. Now, if you have any more, or if you're on the replay, ask away. Keep asking the question, and we're happy to hop in and respond. And gifts. We still have the launch gifts that are available.
So fun.
Tell them about the gifts.
Right. The gifts. Okay. The mind renewing gifts.
It's fine.
So Christine has Warrior Wellness, and it is amazing. It's body, soul, spirit, mind, like all the things. And so she just walks you through so many things, and she's giving away her mind renewal. What course is it? How do you say it? Session?
Sure. It's a lesson. So
it's a lesson.
One of the lessons that I've taken that's from part of the course.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for describing that correctly.
It's just like one lesson, but it's like one of my favorites.
It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson. So she's got a video on that, and then an awesome worksheet that you can print off as many as you want, and you can work through them, and just it keeps you on track to write it down. And actually, we talk about it in one of the episodes. Intent. And then I wrote a prayer about guarding your mind for mind renewal, and that's a good tactic also because there's an enemy. And
well, and we want to get in the right.
We want to get in the right state of mind, and like guard our mind so that we can receive the truth. And yeah, there's that.